Alright, this is on the back, so what we're going to do is actually find the axis of symmetry by using a formula, find the vertex, and then graph it. So, to find the axis of symmetry, all we need to do is use this formula, x is equal to negative b over 2a. But this is going to go hand in hand with our standard form of a quadratic. So remember, the a is this value in front of x, the b is this value in front, and then the c is this value right here. So a is equal to, it's got that sneaky 1, so it's just 1. B is equal to not just 4, but that minus sign is with it, so it's going to be negative 4. And then C is just at 5. So, to find the axis of symmetry, we're just plugging in negative b over 2a, and that will give us the line it goes through. So, now let's plug it in. X will equal, and negative b, so negative, now b was already negative, so we get that 2 negatives, over 2 times a. 2 times, and our a value this time was 1. Well, negative times negative is a positive, so it's positive 4 divided by 2, which is just 2. So our axis of symmetry is that x is equal to 2, which means when we graph this, we're just going to have a vertical line right there at 2. Now, to find the vertex, what we do is we plug in 2 for our x and solve for y. So our quadratic y equals x squared minus 4x plus 5. We're going to plug in 2 every time we see x. So 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 5. And that comes out to, that's going to be 4 minus 8, which is negative 4, plus 5, which is positive 1. So our y value equals 1. Your vertex is going to be on your axis, x, which is 2, comma, whatever this comes out to, which is just 1. So there's our vertex. Now, when we're graphing it, just like the parabola on the other side, you want to have the axis of symmetry of the vertex kind of in the middle, and you want to graph some points to the right of it and to the left of it. So let's start out, and let's make a quick XY table just for some points to graph. Let's put our vertex in the middle. Our vertex was at 2, 1, so x is 2, y is at 1. Now, let's pick an x value less than 2. How about just 1? And let's pick an x value greater than 2. How about 3? And all we're going to do is plug in the equation into our calculator using the x value on each time. So when I plug in 1, it would be just 1 squared, and we'll just do it right here. So I'm taking my equation, and I'm plugging in 1 every time I see x. So I've got 1 squared minus 4, parentheses 1, and then plus 5. All I've done is taken this equation, plugged in 1 every time I saw x, and I get a y value of 2. So that's going to be 2. Now, on the next one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to plug in 3. 3 squared minus 4 parentheses 3 plus 5. And I get 2 as well. So I have my vertex. Remember, you always want your vertex somewhere in the middle on your table, and you want points to the left and points to the right. So here are the steps in case you didn't write them down or in case you missed it. First step is to put the equation in the calculator. Second step, after you've done that, graph the vertex and 2 points. So on this one, when we graph our vertex, remember it's at 2, 1. Go over to up 1, put a dot there. And our next point is going to be at 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2. And we have a point at 1, 2. So over 1, up 2. So here is my parabola. The axis of symmetry was at x equals 2. It's always going to go through your vertex. So let's put it in there. Let's label it. That is our AOS, axis of symmetry. And our vertex, this bottom point, was at 2, 1. Alright, I'm going to stop the video here. We'll do one more example on the next one.